I finally had time to catch American Horror Story Apocalypse. Episode 2, it's called The Morning After. Got a brief recap and review for you right now, and this time I'm praying I can kick the habit of saying the collective instead of the cooperative. I don't know why that's happening, but anyways, we begin this episode with snakes. Snakes in Emily's closet. Mead comes to the rescue, they kill the snakes, and they prepare them for dinner, but then, much to everybody's shock and surprise, those snakes are alive and well before they can be eaten. From there, Michael Langdon starts running the show. He tells the residents of Outpost 3 that he's recruiting for a sanctuary, the only place they can really be safe. In order to figure out who is worthy of going there, he's going to conduct interviews, and Mr. Gallant volunteers to go first. Their conversation reveals the super problematic relationship between him and his grandmother, Evie. Langdon mentions something about a file on Gallant, but this is American Horror Story here. Langdon probably has some supernatural abilities that he's tapping into there, and I suspect the same thing is probably true of what happens with Gallant next. Someone who looks just like Rubberman from American Horror Story Murder House appears, and in that season, it was Tate Langdon in the suit. Here, though, Gallant assumes it's Michael Langdon. The two get it on, and Evie catches them in the act. Even though we're talking about her grandson here, she rats on him, and Venable and Mead punish him for breaking the rules. Even worse, though, then Michael Langdon steps in, and he tells Gallant it wasn't even him in the suit, and that he also wouldn't get with Gallant if he were the last man on Earth. It's mean stuff, but I did kind of like the moment because of how strongly the hurt registers on Evan Peters' face. Most of these characters are so outlandish and extreme, it's easy to forget that they're actually human beings who are supposed to have feelings. Meanwhile, Timothy and Emily are snooping around and they find a laptop with private cooperative emails on it that, oh, I'm sure wasn't left there on purpose. They find out that Venable is just manipulating all of them, so they decide, well, fuck it, and break her no copulation rule. They're caught, and of course, Venable wants them punished. That's when Timothy manages to grab a gun, though, and he winds up shooting Mead in the stomach, unveiling the episode's big reveal. Mead bleeds ice cream. It's highly unlikely that's really what's happening here, but I really did love reading all of the ice cream-related reactions to Mead bleeding something white online. It's the obvious answer, but I assume she's an android of sorts, and if she is, one might wonder, is Venable one as well? But I think that might be part of the reason why we get the curved spine moment here, a very human condition, and one that she is very visibly ashamed of. One way or the other, though, I think Sarah Paulson is just crushing this role yet again. That scene with her and Cody Fern, it hurts. I mean, here's this woman who's enjoying torturing all of these people, but when Langdon essentially verbally abuses her, my heart hurt for her a little bit, and the whole Mead reveal is probably one of the twists so far that has just gotten me the most excited. You never know what directions these things could head in on American Horror Story, but at this point in time, I am dying to know where this particular one is going, especially because one thing that crossed my mind while watching the scene, does Mead herself even know what she really is? The whole Emily and Timothy thing, though, isn't working for me. I get that they've been in Outpost 3 for a while now, but how am I supposed to be invested in a relationship that I've barely seen develop? Simply put, I just don't care, and I find the two of them extremely bland. As for Gallant, that scenario did have my attention. Like I said earlier, I think Langdon has some sort of supernatural ability that maybe lets him get into Gallant's head, one, to get information, and then two, to maybe manipulate to the point of conjuring the rubber man or hallucinating that he's actually there, and then also making Gallant kill his own grandmother. I was really enjoying Joan Collins in that role, so it's sad to see Evie go, but I also like the opportunity Evan Peters has here to show Gallant carrying his grandmother's memory and also now her murder with him. Taking a big step back before wrapping this video up, though, what exactly is going on here? Given what I think Michael Langdon did to Gallant this episode, my mind is kind of going in the direction of making this whole thing smaller. What if Langdon is manipulating everyone, making them hallucinate everything, including the nuclear attack? If the twist isn't that extreme, though, and the cooperative really is running this show, I am still wondering why someone would want Timothy and Emily to see those messages. Are the messages authentic? If they are, we now know it is October 2021. Something involving a fetus had failed. Venable and Gallant are marked red with plans to be executed soon, and there are two promising candidates at Outpost 3, probably Timothy and Emily. But again, there is something really fishy about that whole laptop bit of the episode, so I'm not quite sure about that. There is something about the American Horror Story guessing game that clearly I'm just completely swept up in, and I do enjoy. What Apocalypse is severely lacking for me, though, right now is a foundation or an anchor. There's really no character to connect to or root for, and it feels as if we are just being kind of dropped in the deep end of this whole thing, and right now I'm flailing a little bit, looking for any concrete detail or exciting bit of information to latch on to. Hopefully that winds up changing quickly over the course of the next few episodes, though. So that's it, guys. My recap and review of American Horror Story Apocalypse Episode 2, The Morning After. Sound off with your thoughts and theories in the comments section below. And a huge thank you to you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and share it, and I'll see you next week for more American Horror Story Apocalypse.